everybody, and welcome back to, once again, in front of my fireplace for the last of these Top 5 Wednesday videos that I will be filming in this same day. Alright, you all know what's coming. That's right. Disclaimers. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Laney on BookTube, but I'm stealing it and using it for video games because I can. Links in the doobly-doo. The opinions in these Top 5 Wednesday videos are the opinions of me, Julian Greystoke, and not the opinions of the rest of the cast unless otherwise stated. Whew! I'm getting really good at those. Scary good at those. Today our subject is Top 5 Historical Games, which was, man, all of these are so hard for very, very different reasons, and this one was really hard because I don't play, like, any games based on history or facts or real life in any way. I like my free time to be filled with fantasy worlds, alien planets, that kind of thing, unless it's farming. PC Sergeant L, who likes to play history games, helped me out a lot with this list. So a lot of the history games that I was finding on the internet were about World War II, and I didn't want to just have a list of games about World War II, so one of the other criteria from my list was that they should try to be as different as I could find and still, you know, have them be good games that were worthy of a top 5 list. At number 5 is the ever-popular Assassin's Creed, because it takes place all through history, from the Renaissance to the American Revolution. It's all over the place. There's a lot of historical figures that you can meet, a lot of historical places for you to explore. It's really fun, really great, and I actually knew that one without having to look it up. My number 4 is a game called Papers, Please, which is not actually set in the real world, but a future dystopian world. However, it is strongly based on the real world and on situations that we have had in the real world. You are working as an immigrations officer, and you have to determine in this game who to let into your little fake country and who not to. And it's a good example of things that we have to deal with and have had to deal with in the past. So I felt like Papers, Please definitely belonged on this list. The number 3 slot goes to Victoria, Empire Under the Sun. This is one that Sergeant L helped me figure out. It is a real-time strategy game that is set in, obviously, the Victorian era, which is set from 1837 to 1901. Apparently, it had a complex market system and focused a lot on cool diplomacy and not just warfare. And a lot of people, including PC Sergeant L, hail it as being a very deep and complex game, and it's about history, so bam, right on the list. Number 2 is another huge favorite of PC Sergeant L's, and that is Sid Meier's Civilization, the series. In this one, while you are kind of in the real world, what really makes it historical is the use of historical figures as your leaders. Like, for example, you can nuke everyone with Gandhi, because that makes sense. But yeah, you can use all kinds of different historical leaders in this game. Rule the world with whoever you want. Make your own history. And my number 1 historically based game was actually one that I chose, and that is Oregon Trail. Because who doesn't love the potential of dying of dysentery? Yeah, Oregon Trail. It's a simple little game, right? But it is about traveling from one end of the United States to the other, trying to stay alive, try to keep your family alive, shoot game, and decide whether or not you can safely ford that river. Probably not. So there you go, my top 5 historically based games with a little help from PC Sergeant L. Thanks. And actually none of them turned out to be World War II games, specifically, so that's pretty impressive because a lot of the games that I found were World War II games. But hey, what were some of your favorite historically based games? Leave a comment either here or on our Facebook page, and I'll mention it in an upcoming Top 5 Wednesday video. Until then, see you later!